One thing you need to learn to accept as a naturally skinny man or when bulky in general is the fact that you're gonna need to eat even if you don't feel like it. Whereas people who are starting at fat or skinny fat, they have to discipline themselves to not eat too much or force themselves sometimes to not give in or consume food. Whereas for us, we need to actually discipline ourselves to eat more or increase our meal frequencies, eat more food because we are naturally even from either it's genetics or how we have been used to, but just like everything else it can be trained. I used to struggle a lot when I actually tried bulking to eat more, but over time I've noticed since I've gained weight. Right now I'm 63 kilos and probably going up, that my appetite is getting stronger, or sometimes I feel genuinely hungry where other times I don't. Of course I work a job and it's really active at the kitchen, but yeah, you can train it, and you need to plan out your meal. you it doesn't really matter if how much to eat, but the mentality of trying to eat more, having that one more rep, one more extras meal. Of course you're gonna be mindful, right? That's why I say that dirty bulk is dangerous in a sense for some guys like us, because it's gonna make you cope in eating in a way that is almost like childish, like extra donuts for calories, bro, and you're like, I don't know, 20%. So that's not that, but I'm not saying you could not eat that kind of food. However, you need to be mindful if you're just using the empty or simple sugars, calories as a way to actually boost your caloric intake for the day, or you're just coping and you just wanted to, I don't know, pleasure. Do you want to consume and get some pleasure? So there's that. I still eat some ice cream sometimes, but I'm mindful here. And of course, at my work, where I work at a fast food job, we the one thing I'm thinking about, since they have a free meal which really helped me bulk. They give me like two free meals that I can choose if I had an 8-hour shift, where chicken and some steak, burger steak. While it helped me really gain a ton, or not a ton, but it really helped me bump up my calories. You need to be mindful of the consequence of that, especially the seed oils, the processed ingredients that are on that stuff, right? The sodium. And honestly, if you're not mindful, yeah, and you also have a bad relationship with food, especially fast food. You tend to binge stuff when you're eating that. You need to be really careful whenever you're gonna bulk and trying to justify or using this kind of process or not the best quality of food to bulk. For me, it can work, like, still yolk, right? But it's because I have been training really hard, and yeah, I just never have the ability to eat as much back when I did not have the job, right? And one thing I realized was when you're bulking, especially now, right? You need to up your protein intake. You need to get your protein intake. Well, that is true. You need some decent amount of protein, like 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. But they don't take into account the fact that that only applies to that 0.8 grams pound per pound of body weight needs to be lean mass. I mean, for example, if you're like me, 63 kilo, are you pure 63 kilos of muscle, lean tissue? No, right? You're gonna have some water weight, some bones in there, you know, some organs. So you're probably not gonna need 130, 140 plus grams of protein. You sure you can have some, but if you're like me and you've been researching, or is you know you wanted to learn, you're actually involving, curious about lifting, fitness, gym, chances are you're gonna be eating your protein, especially if you're that on that autistic level of. But however, when you're bulking, carbs and fats are the one thing that you're gonna be increasing a lot. Carbs before a workout, most importantly, you're gonna be or you're gonna have a better workout if you have some carbs, and fats for you know better hormone testosterone production. And also fats doubles up calories. It takes more. It's easier to boost calories with more fats. So there's that. In our country, or our culture in the Philippines, we rarely eat without rice, and it seems like even frowned upon sometimes if you don't eat without rice. Is either you're trying to lose weight, or you're like, I don't know, a foreigner. And then yeah, so in every meal we have rice, carbs. So it was easier for me to adapt into that mindset of having more carbs. Funny actually, when I didn't have a job and I'm kind of in a tight budget, I used to have this, you know, I have like a little amount, a very small amount of protein, like in this process, small longanisa, hot dog or something, and I was trying to hit a 140 kilo Zercher squat with that kind of protein available. Some processed meat that is like this this long, like my finger, for like 3-4 pieces, and I'm grateful for it, And what I tended to do was I was compensating with a ton of carbs. And sure enough, I managed to break the PR of 140 kilos Zercher squat. Although I felt the difference in recovery, but I was able to compensate. I'm not saying it's the best thing you should do always. Don't mind my mom, she's just sleep. Yeah. So if you are bulking, you don't need to obsess over on your protein intake. You need to just have the mindfulness of eating more. Of course, adjust your protein intake accordingly. If you're like 6'4", watching this 6'1", you're gonna be needing a lot more protein than me, who's like, I don't know, 5'7" right now. I hope I'm gonna grow taller though, as I'm bulking with this, which I would like to share if I did, right? Well, yeah. Lean mass per pound of protein body weight. That's what you're gonna be thinking of whenever you think of that 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. And prioritize your carbs. And sometimes, man, you're just gonna accept the fact that you're gonna have to be a little bit forceful with your eating. You know, I used to eat at like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I'm not saying it's the best, but yeah, I get your peanut butter, your olive oil, as much as possible. If you can find the healthiest food option, healthiest quality of food, do it and bulk with that. If you cannot and you're limited in resources or time, do the best you can. And my phone just died. Nice. So yeah, thank you for watching. um I'm gonna be updating if I break this, if I gain a weight. I'm right now again 63 kilo. Will probably get heavier soon. So if you trust me and would love to hear more from me or my advice, and if you're interested in my paid product that I'm about to make, click the link in the bio or my program if you want to get access on that while it is on pre-sale. So yeah, goodbye.